like say you can treat all night.
Yeah.
So you can still have lots in storage.
Yeah.
I think when we calculated 59 days, that was not assuming that we were even running the plant.
Yeah.
So if we run the plant, we'd have even more storage.
Yeah.
So like the worst case, looking at overall storage.
Okay, well, I have two more.
Yeah, I just want to clarify that. The 59 days is if the plant shuts down. Or is the 59
No,
days the
59
plant
days is the
continuing?
plant running at a fairly low rate.
You can store for 50.
You can store, like, we've got enough storage there to store for 59 days.
And that's the Oracle system with
Using the lagoons.
Using the lagoons as a pump.
Yeah.
Okay, one of my other questions is then, if one of the members of the three municipalities decides to drop out, is the grant still available?
As far as I know, I think it's still available. Now, we do have a call, we're trying to set up a call actually for Monday with the BCF folks to clarify some of those issues.
That we won't know then until that.
We won't know until that's on.
Okay, I guess the other question I have then, when we decide to move ahead with whatever we're doing, does the grant allow us to upgrade PS2? As opposed to if the plant is going to be in a SCADA system, and there's no SCADA system at the PS2 pumping station, which is the main pumping station to the lagoon no matter what. That's the one that puts everything out there. Is it available for upgrades through the grant?
I believe it is, and I believe there's an argument to making 2 BACF for upgrading PS2. And what those arguments are is, the first is that anytime I've gone back to get a scope change on other projects, on funded projects, what they always ask you is, are you changing the intent of your project? So the intent of this project basically is to get sewage, treat it, and discharge it. So we're not changing that. We're still going to have to meet, you have to meet the Ministry of Environment guidelines no matter what. So you're not changing that intent. And then as well, in the old days, I guess, or the way the Ministry of Environment takes a look at sewage pumping stations, there's always one that pumps directly to a plant. And a lot of the certificates of approval that were issued, say up to kind of early 2000s, always included the main sewage pumping station in that plant certificate of approval. They started to break those out, but I think you still can go back and make the argument that the last pumping station for the plant is integral to the plant. Because if you didn't have that, you'd have this deep gravity sewage, and you still have to have a pumping station at the plant to lift that up. So that's a fairly standard approach.
So you're saying you will?
I'm saying I believe it will. Yeah. Until I can, we have to confirm. But there's a high probability that it would be included.
That's good enough for me.
Never been part of the discussions though, as far as this board. The direction was for the treatment plant.
Exactly.
PS2 is a different.
We had a discussion about PS2 needing upgrades that was never done. So, but in order to get the sewage to the treatment plant, which is operating on a SCADA system, and it will call for it. You don't need somebody to be running out there every time to look at it and see if it's running or not. It'll know it's running. You can check that from home with your computer if you wanted to.
Any other questions? I guess a direction. I guess that's something new to the discussions that the working group was asked to provide for the alternatives of treatment. So I guess we're adding. So Kieran wants to add the collection system to the treatment plant.
Well, I guess we can argue about this if you want. The thing is,
I want to get clarity on everything.
What you want to do is, at the beginning of the day when we first started doing this, that you didn't want to do any upgrades to that plant, which you should have done years ago anyway, but nobody's seen that done. It's an old plant, it's 40 years old. Nobody's ever bothered to upgrade anything in there. So it needs upgrading. And
grant we have available.
Well, if we can make this treatment plant half the size and half the money, wouldn't it be available?
As long as it provides the treatment that we need for the future.
Well, it's expandable, you already said that.
Does this not go into if the PS2 breaks down, and we had some reports that it needs work, needs upgrades, right? So would that not be part, to me, that's part of what we're trying to do here is keep things moving and make things move.
Okay. Good.
Just a comment or clarification on a question that Mayor Robertson asked with regards to the grant if a municipality dropped out. My suggestion would be making sure that the grant still exists if a municipality requests less of a percentage than is already identified to them. In other words, if a percentage is now 22.4, what if the need is only 12 or 15%? What would that change, please?
Yep.
On any of these projects, is there any property, extra property required?
If we went with the ISF, or the intermittent sand filters, we believe that there would be property requirements. With the others, we don't feel that you need property, the additional property, you're within your current property limit.
But again, the ISF with a full build-up, you know, if you phase it, the first phase, you squeeze it on the current site, and then the subsequent phases, if you know, full build-up of the 46, 59, then you probably need property.
Would we have any idea what size property we're looking at, like 50 acres, 100 acres? Kind of a rough guesstimate type
Yeah.
thing.
I would say sort of 50 acres would probably be okay, but we'll have to look at that. The other thing we're gonna look at too is possibly relocating that, or reworking, or however you want to call it, that the municipal drain that runs to the south of the lagoon, and that kind of cuts that property in half. So there's a potential to kind of move that towards the property limit, to give you a little more working area there.
So just sort of rule of thumb, you're probably looking for 50% more property than you've got now. You know, for ultimate build-up, if you need another cell
Yeah.
and a little bit more room for more intermittent sand.
Mr. Chair, I think if we're going to continue on with a conversation like this, we should maybe go.
Talk about property, probably a good idea. We'll wait till the recommendation comes back.
It's all hypothetical, so we're not. Just to follow along with what George was saying, I guess my concern at this stage, when you're talking BCF, I don't think we should be talking about percentages or rate. That agreement is done, it's null and void, we